Yes, if you want me to. I asked, why don't you believe in God? He said, I have never seen him. I said, have you seen your grandfather? Yes. Have you seen your great-grandfather? Yes, when I was a little child. Have you seen your great-great-grandfather? No, I have never seen him. Then why do you believe that you have a great-great-grandfather? If your principle is, I will only believe what I can see, then you should not even believe that you had a great-great-grandfather. So, this empirical evidence is very limited. In daytime, you cannot see stars in the sky. Is that reason enough not to believe that there are stars? There is another evidence which is inferential evidence, Anuman Praman. For example, there is electricity passing in this wire. You cannot see it, but you can infer. Because you hear me, it indicates that the sound energy is being created into electric impulses by this diaphragm in the microphone, and that electric signal is being passed to the amplifier where the voltage is being enhanced and then transmitted to the sound box where it's being reconverted into sound energy. So the fact that you can hear me makes you infer that there must be electricity in this wire. Similarly, people have used inferential evidence to establish the existence of God. They say, this amazing world that we see around us, this is the greatest proof. Today I was having lunch in the house of a South Indian family. So we were discussing, in South India, they eat from a banana leaf. This banana leaf has got such amazing qualities, it doesn't catch dirt. It's totally hygienic. Just like silver, people eat from silver plates because it's totally hygienic, it doesn't catch dirt. And that banana leaf is supposed to be like a golden plate. Nature has bestowed such qualities onto it. Similarly, you have silken cloth. That silk is the excreta of the silkworm. However, nature has bestowed these properties on it, that silk doesn't catch dirt. That is why people wear silk clothes when they do the worship, to have hygienic dress. See the miracles all around you. You have the eagle that flies miles high in the sky, but it's got such powerful eyes. From there it is able to survey Middletown and all the bodies moving there. And it immediately detects there is no more movement in that body. It has become dead. Its life heirs have left. It swoops down to eat it. Imagine the power of the eyes given to it. And then we have the dog, its nose. It is so tremendous that where the police fails, they release the dogs. And the policeman walks behind the dog. You ask him, you are a human being, why are you following this dog? Sir, what that dog can do, I cannot do. The few molecules remaining of that smell are being detected by the nose of the dog. A swan has this amazing ability that if you place milk and water, mix it up and place it in front of it, the swan will drink the water and leave the milk. In earlier days, messages would be passed by the homing pigeon. this homing pigeon, it had such amazing GPS fitted into its head that if you cover it up and take it 1,000 miles away, its brain would be mentally mapping where it has gone. It would retain its directional bearing. And if you release it from there, it would go back to the window from which it had come. So this amazing world that we see around us, people say that this is the proof of God. The Nyaya Darshan says, Ishwarasya karanam karma phalya darshanat. It says that in this world we see there is a law of karma, of action and reaction. We find that somebody is blessed with a tremendous intellect in music and they're able to learn things very easily. Somebody is blessed with tremendous business acumen. Somebody is born with in a wealthy family, as they say, with a silver spoon in the mouth, and some poor person is born in a drunkard's house. Why this difference is taking place? This is a result of the karmas of past lives. Now that karma cannot come as a fruit by itself. There must be some all-knowing God who is noting everything, who is keeping an account, and who has the ability to bestow the fruits. So the Nyaya Darshan says that all-knowing personality is God. These are the various inferential evidences people have used. Once, one ascetic sadhu came to the court of a king. The king asked him, "Can you prove the existence of God to me?" The sadhu said, "O king, please arrange for a black cow to be brought to your palace." The king said, "That is very easy." He asked his servants to arrange for the black cow to be brought. The sadhu said, "O king, let the cow be milked." Cow was milked. The sadhu said, "O king, what is the color of the milk?" The king said, "It is white." "And what is the color of the cow?" "It is black." "O king, are you seeing that this black cow is producing white milk? How did this happen?" The king said, "O sadhu, what's wrong with you? It's not the skin that comes as milk, it's the food that the cow eats which is converted into milk." The sadhu said, "All right, if that is the case, whatever the cow has eaten today, let a little sample be brought here." The king again instructed his servants, "Please arrange for some sample to be brought." So in a plate, some green grass, some hay, some fruits, the peels of fruits, some water, all this was brought. The sadhu said, "O king, this is what the cow has eaten today?" He said, "Yes." "This has been converted into milk?" "Yes." The sadhu said, "O king, your question was, who is God? Is there any scientist in your kingdom to whom we give these items and he can convert them into milk?" There is no scientist on this planet Earth, in nearby MIT or anywhere, who possesses this technology to convert grass, hay and fruits into milk. He said, "Your question, who is God, is answered. God is He who has created this amazing cow that eats grass and produces milk for human beings." So people who use inferential evidence, they say this amazing world is proof of the existence of God. And that is what the Vedanta Sutra also states. It starts by saying, Janmadhyasya yataha. Now inquire into God. And then it gives the answer, who is God? It gives a very simple, non-sectarian answer. Janmadhyasya yataha. God is He who has created this world. So now that we decide that there is a God, let us go into His nature. Does He have a form? Does He not have a form? How will we love Him? Some people, they are willing to accept that God is formless and all-pervading. But the concept that He can take on a personality, this seems indigestible to them. So God is everywhere, He is formless, He is seated in the heart, but He cannot have a form like us, because then we are limiting Him to a form. That is the argument some people take. Whereas the Vedic scriptures say that both are right. He is formless and all-pervading, but He is all-powerful. If He wishes, He can take on a form, not one, innumerable. Take a look at the world that has been created. How was it created? The Vedas say, Tasmad va etasmad atmana akasha sambhuta akashad vayor agnihi agnerapah adabhya prithvi prithivya aushadhaya aushadhibhyonnam annat purushah savayeshu purushonna rasamaya. They say that first of all, God created space or akash. When He has to make the world, what is the first element He will create? Space in which to create the rest. So He created akash or space, empty space. This empty space is formless. It has got no attributes to it. You cannot see space. The sky that you see is an optical illusion. You think it's blue, but in fact it has no attributes. You cannot touch space, you cannot smell it. From space, He then created Vayu, or the air. Now air developed one attribute, which is touch. You can touch air, you cannot touch space. You feel the cold wind? Swamiji, a cold wind has started blowing. You are feeling the air?